thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a haul, a follow-up video. So I'm going to be reviewing the products that I posted in a recent Ulta and Sephora haul. It was when Ulta was having 10 times points and also during the Sephora appreciation sale that just happened. So I will have my haul video listed down below, but as always with my hauls, I am back to give my full thoughts on all of these products that I've been trying out. So if you want to hear my reviews, why don't we go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so first up, I tried a foundation in there. This is from NYX. It's their new Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. This is $14.99. So I also posted a trying new makeup video where I was trying a bunch of these products on from this haul video in particular. So I will also have that video listed down below if you want to see me trying everything on my face and kind of my first impressions. You could tell though with this one, I wasn't really loving it from the beginning. So I am more of a Lumi, or I'm really a big fan of natural finish foundations. Typically full coverage and matte isn't my favorite for me, especially because I do have drier skin. So especially with matte, sometimes that doesn't look the best on me, but there's definitely been plenty of matte full coverage foundations that I've tried and I've ended up really enjoying. So I try to keep an open mind when trying out foundations, but this one, when I was putting it on, you could see it kind of clinging to the dry patches. You could see it kind of caking up, especially around my nose, and it just is not, I don't feel like it looks very good on my skin. I don't feel like it does my skin any favors when I'm wearing it. I do actually have it on today, and this whole time I've just been kind of looking in the mirror like, I almost feel like it's one of those foundations that just makes me look a little bit older. I feel like it just really emphasizes any sort of like issues that I have, and it's just, I don't think it looks great on me. I think that it's I think the coverage is good. I think the lasting power is pretty darn good on it, especially for a drugstore foundation. I think it probably is just going to come down to your personal preference with foundations and also maybe your skin type also. So if you have more dry skin or maybe even more, I don't know if I want to say like maybe like more mature skin. I'm 31. I just don't feel like this is doing me any favors. I don't feel like it's making my skin look overly nice. I don't feel like it's making my skin look very healthy. I feel like when I wear this, it looks like I'm wearing a lot of foundation on my face, and it's kind of emphasizing things that I would prefer not to be emphasized, if that makes sense. So unfortunately, this one is going to end up being a pass for me. I'll probably end up returning it because I'm probably never going to reach for this again. I tried it out a few times to review it, and then I put it on today so I could say like, hey, I'm wearing it again today, but I'm like not confident at all in what my makeup's looking like right now. So bummer. So the next one that I picked up from Ulta, I grabbed a lipstick from a Dose of Colors. This is one of their liquid lipsticks. This is in Truffle. I love Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks. This one is no exception, and honestly Truffle just became one of my new favorite lipsticks just in general. I remember wearing it in a video, you know, like I wore it in another video, and then, you know, a couple days later I went to film again, so I was getting ready and I grabbed out Truffle. I was like, you can't wear it again. Like, you just wore, like, you gotta wear something else, girl. Like, especially, I purchased a lot of lipsticks in this haul. I was like, you gotta wear one of the different lipsticks. But this color, I just think is so beautiful, so flattering. It is just such a nice nude. And again, I really love the Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks. I wore this one recently to a wedding. Put it on, boom, done. Like, don't even have to think about it the rest of the night. That's how well that's how well these lipsticks hold up. I feel like they're super comfortable. They're a little bit more drying, but they're not super, super dry. They don't make my lips uncomfortable. I have dry lips. I think these are so good. I would highly recommend them. So I also picked up a lip product from Buxom. It's one of their bold gel lipsticks in the matte finish, and I actually picked up the color Naturally Daring, I believe it was, from the haul, and I swatched it in that haul video, and I think I was either wearing it in that video or I wore it in some other video because I had that package for a little bit before I filmed the haul, and I did not like the color. It was too light on me. It was just too like, it just didn't look the best on me. So I actually went to Ulta and I did exchange it for a different color. I exchanged it for Sinful Cinnamon, and I like this color so much more, but I really like these Buxom lip colors. I had a couple sent to me from Buxom in PR, and then I liked them so much I had to go out and buy more shades because I just think these are really nice lipsticks. They're super creamy and comfortable. Like, even when you swatch them, you can tell. Super creamy, just glides really easily onto the skin, but it does give you more of that matte finish with the lips, which I just enjoy that so much, but not drying at all. They're not like transfer proof or anything, so like, you know, if you take a drink or whatever, you're gonna get lipstick on your glass. but I definitely don't mind it because I just think that the finish of these are so pretty and I love how comfortable they are on the lips. So that shade is in Sinful Cinnamon and I like this one so much more. So next up I have the palette from Makeup Revolution and Emily Noel, who is a YouTuber here on YouTube. What'd you think I was gonna say? This palette is just like right up my alley. I really enjoy palettes like this. We have eye colors, we have face colors. It's a nice packaging. It's not like the most like overwhelming packaging by any means, but you have a really nice mirror in it. But this palette is only $15, which is insane for all of the different shades that you get inside. So again, I tried this one out in that trying new makeup video. I tried the eye shades and the face shades. So my eye look is with this palette, and I also did use all three of the face powders as well, the bronzer, the blush, and the highlight. I really don't have a lot negative to say about this palette. It's really nice. The colors in here are very pigmented. They blend really well. I don't get fallout with them. I think that's fantastic. The only thing I would say for the eyeshadows is that I do wish there was one maybe lighter shade that had some shimmer in it instead of Passion here, which is this darker shade. I totally get that this can be a great like day to night palette also, so you can kind of get that darker, you know, with some shimmer in there. Totally understand it and it makes sense to me, but these shades are just really similar to one another, and then they're really similar to this one. So I just wish that maybe there'd be like one more switcheroo round in there, because then I think that it would be great. But it's really easy to use. Today I just put Love all over my lid, and then I put a Faith on first and then Hope on the outer corner and just blended it together. Super simple, took me no time at all. Blend super easily. I think the eye shades are great. The face shades, again, I really enjoy. The bronzer I think is beautiful. The blush, a really nice neutral blush. I think it's so pretty. And then the highlight, I do work a little bit to build my highlight up because I like more of an intense highlight. This one is more on the subtle side, but again, it totally makes sense to the palette. It's a really nice, neutral, kind of everyday palette. And great mirror, so many different products in here. And again, for $15, I think this is a fantastic palette. I think Emily did a great job with it. I would highly recommend this one. Alrighty, so moving over to what I purchased in the Sephora appreciation sale. So first up, I got this concealer here. This is from Becca, and it is the Ultimate Coverage Longwear Concealer. I believe this guy is $29. Okay, so I also have this concealer on today, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I could tell when I was applying it in that trying new makeup video that I immediately was like, wait, what is going on here? Because when you apply it, it is so like sticky, and it's not like it's a super thick concealer, but it's sticky. It is just like the weirdest thing. And when you're putting it on, I really have to like press hard with the wand to get the product out. And then I don't know if it's just because the wand is like super thin, but it's just smaller, and for whatever reason only product goes on one side of the wand. It doesn't go on both, so I can't go zoot zoot zoot, turn to the other eye, zoot zoot zoot. I have to keep dipping back in. And I don't know, because of whatever the formula is like, I have to dip in 2 times just to finish one eye, then dip back in 2 times to do the other eye. It's super bizarre to me, but I don't like how sticky it is. I'm not appreciating that. I do like the coverage on it. It's nice and full coverage. I do notice that it creases right away. So especially because it's more on the drier side, I like to apply the concealer, blend it out, and then typically if I'm using, you know, a drier or like thicker concealer, I would blend it out, then I would do this side, then I would blend it out, and then I would set it. You really have to set this right away, and even still, I notice a lot of creasing on my under eyes with this. So unfortunately, this one I actually really don't like, and I'm probably gonna end up returning this too. So that sucks, because I like concealers. I love trying new concealers, but I especially cannot get over how it feels when I apply it. And then even when I take my beauty blender and try to blend it out, it's like sticky, 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 sticky. Like, I don't understand. I don't know what that's about. So the coverage is like decent for me on it, but everything else is more of a con. So unfortunately that did not work out for me. Something that has worked out for me so well is from Hourglass, and this is their Veil Translucent Setting Powder. What is going on with setting powders right now? Loose setting powders. What's happening? Because I was pretty much completely phased out of loose setting powders, just not really into them. Couldn't really find any that I was really loving anymore, and I was like, you know what, I don't need to do that step, I'm over it. So many good ones are coming on the market. Milk Makeup has a great one, ColourPop has a great translucent setting powder, and boom, we're adding Hourglass to the list because this is awesome. So again, in that trying new makeup video, I used the NYX foundation, and then I used the Becca concealer, and you could tell, like, I mean, my first impressions really haven't changed from that video, that I was like, I don't know if this is working out, you guys. I put this powder on and all of a sudden my skin looked better. I was like, I don't understand what just happened here. It makes, so the NYX foundation, I said it looks like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. When I add more makeup, when I add a loose powder, it's almost like it looks more natural on me. All of a sudden it doesn't look like I'm wearing as much makeup, and I'm like, hold on, I don't understand this powder at all. But I said that in the video, you know, because I'm looking at my face, and so I'm saying this, and so many people had the same thing to say in the comments. I was like, this is so bizarre. I really enjoy this powder. I got a mini because I love minis. So I think this one was $18, and totally happy with it. Keep reaching for it. This is a fantastic powder, fantastic. It's translucent. I haven't noticed it like changing the colors of my foundation or anything. I like it for the under eyes. I like it for the face. It just does something to the skin that makes it look so good, and somehow that when you add more makeup, your skin all of a sudden looks more natural. It's crazy to me. I don't understand what is in here. I'm very confused, but this is the good one from Hourglass. And then to finish the video out, I have 3 more lip products to review. So I was really taking my lipstick shopping seriously that day. Okay, so first up, this is from Huda Beauty, and this is one of her Demi Matte liquid lipsticks. So this is a newer formula than her liquid lipsticks. I got the shade Day Slayer. I believe these are $20. This lipstick, I really did not know what to expect because it kind of got a lot of mixed feedback in my haul video. Some people said they absolutely loved it. Some people were like, ew, no, I returned it. It's no good. And I was like, oh goodness, like what's going on here? So here is a swatch of Day Slayer. It is a beautiful nude, but this formula, I actually really, really like. It is completely different from her liquid lipsticks. So if you've tried the regular liquid lipsticks and you were like, no, those are not for me, this is completely different. Her regular ones are very thin, very watery. This is actually very thick, and I noticed that as soon as I was applying it, and I don't like really thick, moussey liquid lipsticks. Like the Anastasia liquid lipsticks are not for me. But it's like, it's thick, but it's not moussey at all. It still has a really nice feel on the lips. It never feels too drying, but it also kind of has this really nice sheen to it. I don't know how to describe this guy because it is like a matte lipstick, but it also has almost like a gloss finish to it. I don't know, but I actually really like this one. I love the color. I think it is such a beautiful nude. Like that color is right up my alley, but I like this formula way more than I thought it would. It's also really decently long lasting. What I'll say is after I wear it for several hours or I've like eaten or whatever, kind of that shine, that glossy look kind of fades away, but the color, the pigment on the lips really sticks around for a long time. So I was very happy with this. I'm definitely keeping this one around. I was pretty excited about this one. But next up I have a liquid lipstick from Kevyn, and it is the lipstick that I do have on today. So this is one of the Molten lip colors, and this shade is in Janet. These are $30, so they are very pricey, so I was glad to have my 20% off. I don't think I will ever purchase a lipstick probably over like the $20, $25 mark without a discount. Like I love lipsticks, they're my thing. But that's just like, I need a discount for that. But I was really excited to try this because I like a lot of products from the brand, and obviously I just love being able to try out different lip formulas and be able to tell you guys about them, what's my favorite, what maybe you can avoid, and especially when it comes to more expensive items, I like being able to tell you my thoughts. And these I definitely recommend. These are so nice. I really enjoyed this color. Obviously it's what I have on right now, so it's been dried down. It's a really nice like deep rosy pink. The formula is very, very comfortable. You know, it's more drying because it's a liquid lipstick, but it's not overly drying on my lips. Again, it doesn't really do a lot with my dry lips. It doesn't like emphasize that a lot. And I actually really like the applicator on this too. So this is what the applicator looks like. I don't use lip liners a ton. And so I like the really pointed tip because you can really line the lips and then fill them in with the rest of the applicator. So I really like the applicator also. This has a great lasting power though, like even through eating. It's one of those liquid lipsticks that I feel like fades very gracefully. Again, it's not too uncomfortable on the lips, and yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with these, so I could definitely see myself grabbing some more colors from the Kevyn. And then last up, the final product to review is from Pat McGrath. This was my first product that I purchased from Pat McGrath. Obviously it was a lipstick, and this guy is $38. There. 38. So that, like if I used a microphone, I'd be like $38, you know? How some other people, I don't have a microphone. I'm not cool enough for that. So yeah, I definitely wanted to get my 20% off with this bad guy. So this is in the shade Christy. And the packaging, you know, very beautiful. It came in like a box with like a string and like a thing. Like it took me like 5 minutes to open it. So I don't like, maybe there's like $5 right there. And then packaging, very nice, has some lips on it. And then this is what the lipstick looks like. Okay, so I have some thoughts on this one. When you apply it, it's very, very interesting applying it because it almost feels like a powder on your lips, which is intriguing. I mean, once you have it on your lips, after a while that feeling kind of fades away and it's just like you're wearing a regular lipstick. I can't say that I'm like overly overjoyed with this lipstick. I don't hate it. I don't think it's bad, and I'm actually not going to return it. I like the color. It says on the website that Christy is a nude beige. It's pink. I mean, I don't know who, this is not nude. I own nude beige lipsticks. This is pink. For me, I like the way that it looks on the lips. I like that it's still easy to apply with it being a matte lipstick. Sometimes matte bullet lipsticks are very hard to apply. They're kind of skippy. It just looks uneven on the lips. Again, Anastasia's is that way. The Morphe matte lipsticks, they're that way. Not my favorite formula. So I like that you can easily apply this one and it feels good. And then it's just after a few minutes, after it settles in, then you get that matte lip look. I will say that this one, it's not uncomfortable on the lips by any means, but it can kind of emphasize that I have dry lips. You know, I just have like, you know, I have dry lips. We know what that looks like. It just, things can kind of stick out to me, and especially after several hours of wear with this one, I kind of want to, you know, put a lip gloss on, like refresh it up, because even if I apply more, it's just gonna do the same thing. So I don't know, I like the color, I don't mind the formula. It's just, it's not an absolute favorite. Like, I'm not shouting from the rooftops like, you need to go spend $38 on this lipstick. Again, I don't dislike it enough to return it. Sometimes it can help if I have my lips already prepped with like a lip balm, just like a light lip balm. That can kind of help a little bit too. But it was okay for me. For $38 though, I wish my socks would have been blown off. So I'm not going to be like running to buy another Pat McGrath lipstick, but I'm gonna keep it around. I don't wanna make it sound like too negative, because if I really, really don't like something, I will return it, but I still like this. I will still wear it. I can still envision myself wearing it. It's just not an absolute favorite, and I would really suggest thinking about it. If you want to purchase a $38 lipstick, that's just kind of my issue that I run into a lot with matte bullet lipsticks too. I definitely do run into them with matte liquid lipsticks, but I, for whatever reason, not as much. And it's odd because you would think liquid lipsticks would do it more, at least I do, but I actually have more issues with bullet lipsticks. But I don't know, those are kind of my thoughts on the Pat McGrath. It's like I'm very like in between. And I remember I was doing like a trying new makeup video, my last one, and I didn't have a new lip color, and I was like, I'm just gonna do the Pat McGrath one more time, because I was like, I was still so on the fence of like, do I like this? Am I gonna keep it? And I've come to the conclusion that I like it. Not the best, not the worst, very pricey. Glad I got the discount with it, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep it in my collection. But after that mess of rambles, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Alright guys, so that is everything for today's video reviewing one of my recent Ulta and Sephora hauls. I hope that you found these reviews helpful. Let me know in the comments down below, what have you tried? Do you have any of the same experiences as I do with some of these? I would love to know. But other than that, if you guys did enjoy this video and seeing a haul follow-up, make sure to give this one a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.